So, hello everyone. It's been about a year or so since I last uploaded a video. I mean, nobody watches my video, but just for fun, I upload videos. So, don't take me too seriously because I'm not trying to be a YouTuber or something. I'm just, you can say, I'm bored. So, uh, recently I've been watching a few videos of some students who gave the NEET 2025, and the reactions I would say are you know quite funny and sad at the same time, because most of the videos are titled like "I quit," I mean "not anymore," "my last drop," "what next." They title their videos like this. So I've been watching a few of their videos. Hopefully they are saying the truth. Obviously, let's assume they are saying the truth, because nobody comes in front of the camera just to lie, because at the end of the day we are students, not politicians. So uh, let us talk about my story. So I went to the exam hall by car. My exam center was at Siliguri. I live in West Bengal, by the way. So what happened is that we took a car. Obviously, we rented it, and we went to our exam center, and we reached there by about 11 p.m. or a.m. or 11 a.m. Yeah. Okay. So we reached there at 11 a.m. So I stayed in my car, for 2 hours maybe. Then I was revising those things on my iPad. Then after that, I went, to my exam center, I would say, outside the school. I stayed there a bit longer so that the crowd, the people who are giving it for the first time, they go inside, because last time I gave my first attempt in NEET 2024, I went into the exam hall at 12 o'clock. You know, I was sleeping, and I was going to the toilet and coming up and down, and I was really sleepy and exhausted just by sitting there for 2 hours doing nothing. And it actually stressed me out last time too, so I didn't do this thing this time. So what happened is that I reached the exam hall. I entered just 30 minutes before the paper was. No, I entered at 1:15 into the exam hall. Everything was okay. Then yeah, everything went fine, everything went smooth. I went into the classroom, I sat there, everything was arranged. And then I saw my first problem. The first problem was obviously the benches. It was a government sarkari school, so the benches were oscillating like this. If you give it force, if I apply force like this, you will see this shear modulus, etc. Okay, let's leave that. I said, okay man, no problem, I will manage this much, because it was not bad enough to cause any problems in the filling of my OMR or solving the questions. So after that, the paper was given at 2 p.m. And the first thing I noticed was that my paper on the back side was torn. There was a hole, huge hole on the back side of my question paper. Then I gave my question paper to the teacher. Before even opening the plastic wrap, I could see there was a huge hole on the back. So I told him, man, look here, man, there's a problem here. So do whatever you want, but give me the paper in 1 or 2 minutes. I cannot give you more time. So what happened is that the invigilator took my question paper. He ran outside. No, he ran without my question paper, because he cannot take the question paper outside the classroom after it is given. So the invigilator told me to wait, and he then ran outside of the classroom, and I don't know, he was roaming around here or there. He was asking some of the people, and it took away 10 or 12 minutes from my attempt time. It was 2:15 before even I opened my paper or filled up anything, or the OMR, etc. So then he came and he said, man, then he said to me that, man, you open it. If anything wrong goes wrong, then we are here to take responsibility. So then I opened my question paper, and then I found that two or three questions, the biology questions, were having this hole, really clearly. You cannot see the options really clearly. So what happened after that is that the teacher told me, you could see a C or D options. There were many match the columns. So there was some life cycle question or something. So the sequence was asked, so he made me write the options with the black pen that was given in the exam. And yeah, it took away 15 minutes that way. Then another 5 minutes went, I would say, the signing the another papers and giving a thumbprint. So after that, I continued started my exam properly, I would say, at 2:20, I would say 2:20. Let's assume that, because invigilator didn't take all the signs initially. They came in between the exams. But in between the exam, when I was giving, solving physics or anything, and all of us know that physics went horribly wrong for most of the droppers or inexperienced people do. Even the teachers are sweating to solve those questions. And we all know that we have trained for questions which could be solved within 10 or 15 seconds, but these questions uh, required at least a minute to even study and understand the data that is given. It was really, really lengthy. And the typical story, everyone knows what happened to them. Some people were crying at the end of the paper, and some people didn't even care. Some people were sleeping, like one girl that was sitting beside me. She just came, she slept for 1 or 2 hours, then solved the question paper for the next 1 hour. And then I don't think she even filled up her OMR properly. Like, she just made 4 or 5 dots in the OMR. So obviously NEET 2025 was really, really a tough paper. So that was all about the problems that arose in my exam hall, and I hope other people who are watching this might have some similar problems, or some even more severe problems than the ones that I faced. Because in this exam, time is of utmost priority. It is something that you need to keep safe, like gold or diamond. You need to keep it safe. It's all about the time. It's not about the knowledge, it's about the time management. So let's talk about my result now. What will be my result? So my estimates, according to PW and Allen, is about 549. But when people ask me, I say that I got 550, because 549 is really a hassle to say. So I say I got 550, man. But 1 marks, no, 1 marks is really valuable. One of my friends, past year, he couldn't get a GMC just for that one question or 1 marks like that. He got 628 or something in 2024. So my results are 549 according to two institutes, that is PW and Allen. And if we plus minus 3-4 controversial questions, then it takes my marks to around, you can say, let me give you a range. It is around 535 to 549 or 550. You can say my marks will lie between 535 to 550, anything in between those. So many people are saying that, yeah, man, you'll get a GMC, etc. I mean, who knows that? Nobody knows that. And conjecture should not be spoken out loud. I watched this anime recently. It's called Apothecary Diaries. One of my friends, suggested me. It was really nice, by the way. So what led me to pursue this medical dream? Because, like any typical Indian family, you will see they want their kids to become either doctors or engineers. And my family is different, because my family asked me when I was in class 9th, what you want to do? They didn't even know what NEET is. So they asked me, what you want to do, man? And I said that because I was really doing well in biology, and I really loved studying biology, and I have above average, I will say, retention and memory power for biological terms and cycles, etc. I can remember them really well compared to most. I'm not saying I'm the best, just above average, I can say. So I said that I will pursue this MBBS when I pass out from 12. Then after class 10th, I and some of my friends, obviously they are of my locality, we went to Kota for coaching. So class 11, 12, we didn't go to school. We did it from this coaching center, that is Allen. And after that, we gave our first attempt in NEET 2024. And at the time, I would say I was not well prepared, and my syllabus, some parts were lacking. So I scored, back then I scored 563 marks. Okay. And then I was determined to give another attempt to this NEET. So I prepared for another year, that is for NEET 2025, and again this shit happened. So why am I pursuing this? Because it's actually a really big trap for the Indian society, because we don't see any other you know dream or any other profession where we can earn good money. Obviously there are professions, but people and Indian parents are not able to see that. They don't respect it, because Indian parents are busy you know trying to impress the society and getting respect from others, but they don't care about their child. Most of us, you know I hope I don't make that same mistake in the future. So I would say it's a really great contribution from my parents' side, because they actually try to understand me and they even consider my opinion. Because there are some of my friends who never even wanted to do this medical shit. They want to do engineering, they wanted to do engineering, mathematics, etc. But they were persuaded by their parents or forced to take up this big trap of a thing, because their relatives etc are doctors, or maybe their parents are doctors. So that's a different issue. But for me, this is a personal choice I made for myself, and my parents helped me, obviously. So I did a lot of things this year that I didn't do in 2024. First, I completed my entire syllabus. I revised the syllabus 4 times, and I even went to the gym regularly, and I remained alone. I mean, I don't have friends to speak of. I'll say I have friends, but it's not like you roam around all the time with them, because they also have studies to do. So I don't roam around with them. So I will say that I don't have many friends, or I can say I don't have any friends to speak of. We don't hang out as we like to, because our lives, I can say, are controlled by this exam, etc. So yeah, I worked really hard, but the results didn't come as I expected it to do, because I went with the mindset that any average or a good student goes into the exam hall with, that they will score above 630, 650, etc. So I also went with the same mindset. I was scoring really well in my mock test. I was scoring above 650 in almost all my tests. So it was really, I was really confident this year that I would score the same damn marks this time of the year too. But nothing goes as planned. So yeah, things happen, things go by, life go by. We fall, we learn, and yeah, we should learn not to give up. Oh, so that's it. I have nothing more to share. That's all has happened till now in my life, and I hope whosoever is watching this video, I don't even know, because I used to force people to subscribe to my channel. So whosoever is watching this, uh, my YouTube video, please write your name so that I can, at least in the comments, so that I can know who has watched it. Or and yeah, you can give slangs, etc. Probably I will turn that off. So yeah, be happy, be healthy, and never give up. Thank you.